Chapter 6. The Conflict of Visions. Imagine two people looking at the same social problem. Perhaps poverty, perhaps crime, perhaps education, perhaps inequality. Both are intelligent, both are sincere, both genuinely want a better society. Yet they propose very different solutions. One argues that institutions should be redesigned. The other argues that human limitations make many solutions ineffective. One sees unrealized possibility. The other sees unavoidable trade-offs. One believes the problem can largely be solved. The other believes it can only be managed. The disagreement may appear to concern policy, but often the disagreement runs much deeper. It begins with different assumptions about human nature itself. In the previous chapter, we explored the role of moral intuition. People often experience situations differently before conscious reasoning begins. Yet another layer lies beneath many recurring disagreements. Human beings carry assumptions about what kind of creatures human beings are. These assumptions are often implicit, rarely examined, and yet they shape how entire societies are understood. The economist and social philosopher Thomas Sowell referred to these deeper assumptions as visions. A vision is not simply an opinion, nor is it merely an ideology. A vision is a framework through which social reality is interpreted. It answers questions such as, what are human beings like? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? How much can society improve? What role should institutions play? What problems can be solved? What limitations must simply be accepted? According to Sowell, many recurring disagreements emerge from two broad visions. He called them the constrained vision and the unconstrained vision. These visions are not political parties, nor are they rigid categories. They are tendencies. Ways of seeing, orienting assumptions about the possibilities and limits of human life. The constrained vision begins with an observation. Human beings are limited. We are imperfect, biased, self-interested, short-sighted, prone to error. These limitations are not temporary defects waiting to be eliminated. They are enduring features of human nature. From this perspective, the central challenge of civilization is not creating perfect people. It is creating institutions capable of channeling imperfect people toward workable outcomes. Seen through this lens, social life often appears as a world of trade-offs. Every gain may carry a cost. Every solution may introduce new problems. Progress remains possible, but perfection does not. The goal becomes managing reality wisely, rather than transforming it completely. The unconstrained vision begins elsewhere. Human beings possess enormous potential. Many social problems result not from permanent limitations, but from defective institutions, outdated assumptions, or unnecessary constraints. With sufficient knowledge, education, innovation, and moral progress, society can move significantly closer to its ideals. From this perspective, many conditions that once appeared inevitable may actually be changeable. Seen through this lens, history often appears as evidence of human possibility. Slavery was challenged, rights expanded, living standards improved, knowledge accumulated. Many achievements that once seemed impossible eventually became realities. The goal becomes identifying obstacles to human flourishing and removing them. Notice something important. Neither vision is obviously irrational. Neither vision is obviously evil. Each captures something real. Human beings do possess limitations. Human beings also possess remarkable capacities. History contains examples supporting both perspectives. This helps explain why the disagreement persists. The disagreement is not merely factual. It reflects different interpretations of what aspects of human nature deserve primary attention. The constrained vision tends to worry about unintended consequences. The unconstrained vision tends to worry about unrealized possibilities. The constrained vision asks, what could go wrong? The unconstrained vision asks, what could be achieved? The constrained vision often emphasizes prudence. The unconstrained vision often emphasizes aspiration. Neither question is unnecessary. Civilization requires both. This insight reveals something important about many recurring debates. People often believe they are arguing about a policy, yet beneath the policy lies a vision. A disagreement about human nature, a disagreement about the role of institutions, a disagreement about the possibilities and limits of social change. The visible argument may concern a specific issue. The deeper disagreement concerns the world itself. One of the gifts of Soul's framework is that it encourages a different kind of listening. Instead of immediately asking which side is correct, we begin asking what vision is operating here. What assumptions about human nature are shaping this conclusion? What risks is this person most concerned about? What possibilities are they most trying to protect? These questions often reveal a deeper structure beneath the disagreement. The framework also invites humility. Every vision highlights certain realities. Every vision leaves others in the background. A person focused entirely on human potential may underestimate limitations. A person focused entirely on limitations may underestimate possibilities. Wisdom may require holding both realities simultaneously, recognizing the constraints of human nature without losing sight of human possibility, recognizing the possibility of progress without forgetting the persistence of trade-offs. A pattern should now be becoming visible. In Chapter 4, we discovered that people interpret reality through different lenses. In Chapter 5, we discovered that people experience reality through different moral intuitions. In this chapter, we discover that many recurring disagreements are organized around deeper visions of human nature and society. The result is that disagreement often emerges from layers far beneath conscious argument. People may be discussing the same issue, yet they may be inhabiting different visions of the world. Closing orientation. Civilization is built by human beings, and how we understand civilization depends in part upon how we understand human beings themselves. Are our limitations the central fact, or our potential? Should institutions primarily restrain our weaknesses, or help cultivate our possibilities? These questions have accompanied human societies for centuries. They are unlikely to disappear. The conflict of visions is not a problem to be solved. It is one of the enduring features of collective life. Understanding it does not eliminate disagreement, but it helps us see more clearly what many disagreements are actually about. We have now explored 3 layers beneath the surface of disagreement: interpretation, moral intuition, vision. Yet another question remains. If human beings perceive differently, feel differently, and hold different visions of society, how do civilizations create enough shared reality to function at all? How do millions of people coordinate their behavior, transmit values, and sustain cooperation across generations? To answer those questions, we must turn our attention to one of the most powerful forces in collective life: the stories that societies tell themselves.